Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to New Jersey Family Church's Cheon Prayer Vigil. And to start, we'd like to offer greetings to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. 천징 참부님께 경배. 바로. And I'd like to recite Family Pledge number 2, first in Korean, then in English. 가정맹세 2. 천율국 주임, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 청주의 대표적 가정이 되어 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 청주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. Our family, the owner of Cheon, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. And to open us up in prayer, I'd like to invite up Pastor Ibrahim Hamed. If you can please unmute and offer the opening prayer, please.
Okay, good morning, family. Please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parent, true parent, thank you for giving us opportunity to come before you today and every day in this prayer vigil. We are hoping that we can connect and become one with you and with our true parent through our prayer, through our work during the day, because we are offering some time from our day to you. Please accept that time. And please, Heavenly Parent, be with us and support us and guide us throughout our life and throughout our day. And help every family and all the people who are joining this prayer vigil. Heavenly Parent, we thank you that you work very hard to bring for us and restore for us the true parents. So we thank you. And thank you for the divine principle. And Heavenly Parent, we pray for our leaders in the United States. Help them and guide them and inspire them to bring good results in the United States and help them to unite us as a one family here in the United States. I offer this prayer in my name, Ibrahim Hamad, and Asma Bonai, Central Family.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Hamed, for that wonderful opening prayer. And brothers and sisters, now I'd like to take a moment to appreciate our physical bodies and do some light stretching. And so, yes, if you can join me in just reaching up to the sky and stretch our arms and our sides all together as we reach up. And then we can slightly shift towards the right and feel that stretch in our left side. It feels really good. And now we can switch over to our left and feel that stretch in our right. Ooh. Okay, let's bring it back to the center. Then we can bring our arms down. And again, let's interlock our fingers and bring a little tension by pulling on them as we bring it out in the front. And we could curl our back a little. And as you pull your fingers apart, or try to, you should feel that stretch in your back, upper back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let's inverse our arms so that we feel that stretch in our forearms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so for today, I guess for all those brothers and sisters wearing glasses, I will ask you to take them off, like myself included, because we're gonna just massage our faces. And yeah, let's just kind of lightly glide over our eyes, maybe in circles or just like swiping them, and really appreciate our vision, our eyeballs for working really hard every single day, giving us information to our brains. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we can just kind of like, I don't know what this exactly is doing, but I'm gonna assume it's massaging our noses, but just kind of like sliding over our noses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then our cheeks, just kind of circulate them. And they work really hard every single meal, every single time we talk. So we want to appreciate our cheeks. You don't have to feel embarrassed how you look in front of the camera. We're all doing this together. So let's just appreciate our faces. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, wonderful. So I'm gonna bring down the 10-second countdown, and please feel free to stretch wherever in your body that you like to stretch and feel good. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking this time to really appreciate the body that we've been given from our heavenly parent and even our physical parents. But now we're going to go into our breakout rooms to be able to share any gratitude points with one another. So if you're prompted to join a breakout, please click join. If you're unable to at this time, please take a moment to reflect. So let us go into our breakouts. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you had a wonderful time sharing your gratitude and appreciation points with one another in your breakout rooms. Um, Today we're gonna, or in this next cycle of receiving testimonies, we're actually going to change up the schedule a bit, and we're not going to be sharing publicly what you were grateful for by unmuting yourself. But instead, I invite everyone to please write your gratitude points in the chat so that you can share it through that way without verbally. But I do want to comment that I was in the breakout with the Lone family and Mr. Christopher Bush, and yeah, it was really beautiful time to be able to share together. So thank you guys so much. And now I'd like to jump straight into Mother's reading and invite up Mr. Stephen Boyd to offer True Mother's words as well as his reflection for today. So, Mr. Boyd.
Good morning, Yasu. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Pastor Naokimi and Pastor Takino. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really feel like the Clifton Church is becoming my church. I think I need to go and attend more often. So amazing work that everyone in Clifton is doing under Pastor Naokimi and Pastor Takino's leadership. So thank you for this opportunity. So let's begin our reading this morning of Mother's memoir. In the New Testament's book of Revelation, it is written that the marriage supper of the Lamb will take place when the Lord comes again at the end of times. That prophecy was fulfilled by the holy wedding, by which the only begotten Son and only begotten daughter, lost at the beginning of human history, were brought together as bridegroom and bride and anointed as the true parents. As we were joined as husband and wife, I made a firm resolution in front of God. During my lifetime, my beloved husband and I will bring it to a conclusion the history of the providence of restoration through indemnity, during which God has laboriously toiled. I know that what hurts God's heart more than anything else are the religious conflicts that take place in his name. Without fail, we will end them. A small boat on heavy seas. In the side streets and workplaces of South Korea, people were whispering out of worry, anxious over the fate of their nation. Doesn't it feel like something is about to happen, one would say, to which his friend would respond, I feel the same way. We live in troubled times. If only there were someone who could set the world right. Wow. That's a pretty amazing words. So I just want to take a moment and share my screen. I have a couple of slides that I'll use to comment on points that stood out to me in Mother's talk this morning. So True Mother states, as Father has done, that 1960 was an historical moment in all of history, really a turning point for all people, for God, for the past, and opening up a new future. And Mother points out in her words this morning that the marriage and blessing, holy blessing of our true parents was the fulfillment of the prophesied marriage supper of the Lamb. So I just like to read from the Bible, the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verses 6 through 9, to remind us what it is that for 2,000 years Christians were reading, thinking about the coming of this time. This is John, the author of the book of Revelations, speaking. Then I heard what seemed to be the voice of a great multitude, like the sound of many waters, and like the sound of mighty thunder peals, crying out, Hallelujah, for the Lord our God, the Almighty reigns. Let us rejoice and exult and give him the glory, for the marriage of the Lamb has come, and his bride has made herself ready. To her it has been granted to be clothed with fine linen, bright and pure. For the fine linen is the righteous deeds of the saints. And the angel said to me, write this, blessed are those who are invited to the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he said to me, these are true words of God. So this, to me, I read this before coming to our church with some great expectation and vision and some deep feeling in my heart, which I think I share with many people from a Christian background. The anticipated time in human history, which I thought would be in the future, never thought I would see it. This revealed to us the great expectation that all of humankind has. And meeting true parents and understanding that this is the time that we have been chosen, that we are those who were invited to the marriage supper of the Lamb. Of course, probably, I think no one on this call was at true parents' blessing, but in a way, because we have known true parents, either by meeting them or being born into this family, we have been invited to sit at the table of the Lord, of true father and true mother. So we are privileged people in that way. But think about mother. Mother is reading in the Bible about herself. She's seeing a confirmation in the Bible of what she has known since an early age about her identity and her role, and what over time she grew to understand more deeply as she went through her life, as we've been reading in Mother's memoir. And then she could see in the Bible a confirmation of what God had been telling her. It isn't the Bible that told Mother, I believe, who she is. God was speaking directly to her. But when she read in the Bible how our mother must feel to see in the Bible an explanation of her life and her destiny. So I think that's an incredible reflection to make. Next, Mother says that she and true father made a firm resolution at the time of their blessing in 1960. My beloved husband and I, as true parents, will, in the age of restoration through indemnity, and without fail end religious conflicts. So this is a picture that I found of true parents' wedding in Western style clothing. Look at their faces. Father is 40 years old, mother is 16. This is a 16-year-old beautiful girl, daughter of God, fully apprised of her role and mission, taking on this huge commitment, this firm resolution to end indemnity. In other words, to end suffering and to open up a new age and to end religious conflicts in the world. Without a doubt, we look at the work of our true parents in their ministry, their public ministry during our father's life and on earth, and our mother's continuing efforts. This is really sums up, in a way, everything that true parents have been trying to do. When I read this resolution, without fail, end religious conflicts, I thought, in the name of almost every providential organization that our true parents have founded is the word peace. And sometimes we don't, we think, oh, again? But it's the essence of what true parents are trying to do. And reading Mother's words this morning makes me reconsider my understanding of true parents' true mission and all the hard work and all the effort that they invested to fulfill these two goals. And then Mother uses the phrase, a small boat on heavy seas. So I think we can all identify with this image. I thought it'd be good to look at a visual. Think about a small boat on heavy seas being tossed about. Many of you may have been on heavy seas, actually on a physical boat, so you understand the meaning of the metaphor. But at the same time, we all have gone through felt like a small boat tossed on heavy seas when we go through the throes of challenges in life, difficulties that we face, and mostly feeling that when we don't understand our direction or how we're going to overcome whatever it is we're facing. And Mother says, talking about the time in history and and Korean society and probably the world, she says we live in troubled times, and people are saying if only someone could come to set this world right. This is to me similar to what happened previously in history. If we read the Bible, we know that in different providential moments, people were looking for a prophet or a savior, looking for a Messiah. And in our age, again, this is happening. Again, it is happening in this providential moment. People are looking for an answer. The way that they manifest their question, looking for an answer, may change. I felt like it's changed in my lifetime. But still people are looking for someone to lead them. And again, I wanted to show this picture of True Mother, 16 years old. These are the commitments that she made at that age. So sometimes I think, we make the comment, we look at our second generation as older first generation, we think, oh, so young, so great, you're doing these things. But look at Mother. And look at our first generation members. And as we hear our testimonies of our first generation brothers and sisters, all of us were young too. But many of us held in our hearts this same conviction. We wanted to help the world. We wanted to solve injustice in the world. We wanted to find a better way. So I think age is not a factor here. Mother, from a very early age, understood her mission and determined to accomplish these things. So just to conclude, I chose these pictures of azaleas and daffodil as a representative of Mother's hope and the spring that she brings to us. I wanted just to reflect finally about True Mother's identity, her role and her mission, and some of the qualities that I perceive in her character. She's extremely faithful. She's fully convicted in her determination, understanding, her resolution. She's confident. She speaks confidently, quietly perhaps, but confidently. She's resolute. I will do this. I will take this on. God has prepared me for this moment. I will accept marriage to true father. I will be the true wife. I will become the true mother. I will do this for the entire world. And over the years, she has been totally steadfast through many storms on the sea, being tossed about, but unwavering in her faith, her dedication to our true Father, and now unwavering in her faith and her dedication to fulfill the role that she has at this time on earth as the true mother of all humankind. So my question then to each of us this morning is, how can we inherit these qualities from our mother? We too can have these, we do have these qualities. Sometimes we drift. Sometimes our boat capsizes. Sometimes we have to right ourselves. But these are the qualities that our true mother, among many others, exemplifies. And so my suggestion this morning then is for us to reflect on those qualities and others that we can inherit from our true mother and embody in our own lives. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Boyd, for really kind of wrapping up that section of True Parents' really highlighting True Parents' holy wedding, and also True Parents' determination, especially Mother at the age of 16, 17 years old, so young, but so determined. And also leaving us with a reflection question. That's nice. That's neat. That is new. But brothers and sisters, we're going to be jumping into our testimony for today. And yes, we like to continue hearing from our seasoned young unificationists at heart testimonies of how their experience of being joining this movement, as well as continuously why they have the heart to continue to be actively serving the movement at this time. And so I'd like to invite up Reverend Carol Povance to share her story today.
It's me again. I had offered to Pastor Takino that if he wanted me to give testimony anytime, please let me know. I was thinking it would probably be months from now. And then he said, how about on Sunday? And it's very significant because today is my 50th spiritual birthday. So I'm really happy to be able to share together with you. I was going to share actually how I joined and what keeps me going. So, and I'll try to keep it short. First of all, I had a very, I had a strong prayer life as a child. My mother taught me to pray when I was 3 years old. And I continued to pray, especially when I was 7. I started my own personal prayer every night as a child. And it was not a formal prayer. I was talking to God, and I used to say to God all the time, help me to know right from wrong and good from bad, and help me to always associate with the right kind of people. And I feel like God listened to that prayer for my whole life, continues to listen to that prayer. Anyway, when I was in college, 1972, actually, I met Monique Derflinger during the 7-city tour. She met me on the street and she invited me to the Ginseng Tea House. And after I had to go quickly to class. And when I came back, I went to my friend Betty and I told her, Betty, I met this lady, and she invited me to this tea house. Will you come with me? And Betty said no, and therefore I never went. And 1 year later, Betty came to me and she said, I met this guy in the park. And he was talking about a lot of things that we talk about. So will you come? He told me to come and invite a friend, which I think was very strategic. And I said to her, Betty, I'm not meeting a guy in a park. That's weird. But I went. I did go eventually with her encouragement. And we were supposed to bring a lunch with us. So I stopped on the way and I picked up a nice ham sandwich and fruit, and I met the guy in the park at Liberty, at the Liberty Bell, the park at Independence Square. And when I got there with Betty, there were 2 guys in the park, and I almost turned around because I thought, this is really stupid, But anyway, I got to talking to these guys in the park, and they were talking about God, and they were talking about, what real love is, especially family love. And I had a lot of questions, biblical questions, and every question I had, they answered it. So finally, one of the guys in the park said, "Well, is there someplace we could go? And I'd like to share." This teaching. So we went to Betty's apartment, and in 4 hours, he taught us the entire divine principle. And we were obviously prepared people because every time they made a mention of something, then always we had the question coming afterwards, the next question. And the conclusion for me was, oh, Reverend Moon's the Messiah. And, he was going to speak that night in Philadelphia. So did I want to go? And I made all the arrangements. Okay, I went. I was so excited, and I went with with Betty and these 2 brothers, and we met on a place on the street, and there were all these other brothers and sisters from different countries, and I was just amazed. I thought, God, this is incredible. People from all over the world, and everybody's shaking hands, and there's no. I remember when I was walking with who became my spiritual father, Philip. It didn't feel, in college, people look at each other, but guys and girls, they look at each other a certain way. And it didn't feel like that. It felt like he was my brother. And that was really cool to feel the purity of heart. So anyway, we met all these people, and then we got in a van, and we went to the place where Father was going to speak, and we were singing his songs together. I was in heaven. And I knew the words to the songs. It was great. If I were free, and all these great things. Anyway, we got to the place, and I was standing with Philip, and there was this hallway, and we looked down there, and he said, my gosh, look, down there, you see that man and that woman? I said, yeah. And he said, that's Reverend and Mrs. Moon. Oh my God. I said, can I go and shake their hand? And he said to me, oh no. And then I thought to myself, oh, what's this? This is a Messiah. I can't shake hands with Messiah. That's strange. Then we went into the room, and it was a big room, and there were probably about 200 people there, there. And we had to pay money for their tickets. It was expensive to go to the thing. So anyway, Father came out, and when Father came out, these 200 people were clapping so hard, trying to sound like 2,000 people, that again, it felt strange to me. It was, oh, this is weird, And then Father started speaking. And of course, he spoke Korean. And I'm like, oh, that's odd. And then Colonel Park translated, but I couldn't understand Colonel Park either. So this is really weird, And anyway, as the time went on, I turned and I looked at Philip, and Philip fell asleep. He fell asleep in the middle of this thing, and man, this is really strange. So it's getting more and more weird. And then when the end of the speech came and he woke up, he was upset with me for not waking him up. So gosh, this is a crazy experience, And when I got outside, then anyway, I have to say, the end all was that I had a deep experience with the people already. And I felt like I was on cloud nine. I had no idea what happened with that speech or anything like that. But they invited me to come to the center. And I remember as I ran home that night, I was just so excited and looking forward to going to the center. Next day, I after classes and everything, I went to the center, and everybody who was in that house, whom I hadn't met yet, were really like my brothers and sisters. And I was just on cloud nine. And as I listened to the principal, everything just fell in place. All the questions I had fell into place. But it was really the family atmosphere that most touched my heart. After it took me about 4 weeks before I actually understood everything, and I went to these workshops, and everybody. Actually, there was one sister in particular who kept on trying to say, "Move in, move in, move in," and that was weird. That was weird, because I felt like I have to come to conclusions. And finally, after 4 weeks, I was in a workshop, and as I was listening to the principal, it was going so deeply in me, and I thought, I have to leave school. I was crying. I have to leave school. I only had 6 months left. I don't know what to do. It was just so heavy. Some 50 years ago today, and the girl was trying to force me again to make my decision, and I just left the center because I was so upset with that. And I went out to the garage and I prayed and I asked God what God wanted me to do. And God said, leave school. You need to do this. This is the time. This is important. So I went back inside, and I remember the sisters were in the kitchen and they were making cookies. And there was such a warm atmosphere. It was November, so it was cold outside. And there was such a warm atmosphere. And when I came in, I felt like, oh man, I just came home. And I said, I decided to join the church. I'll leave school and I'll join the church. And they said to me, we have to talk to Gregory Novalis, who was our commander, first. And when I went to Gregory and I told him that I was ready to leave school, he said, well, Father recently said, if you only had a little bit of school left, stay in, because in the future, we need people who have graduated from college, because there were hopes of the seminary and everything like that. So I stayed in school for the next 6 months, coming back and forth all the time. And on the day of my graduation, I actually moved in. It was in June of 74. I moved in, but I joined the church on November 12th, 1973. So I just wanted to share some photographs. I could go on, especially when I was looking for photos yesterday and I was going through the box of photos. Oh gosh, all the different campaigns, all the different activities, Women's Federation, outreach to ministers, state leadership, city leadership, all the families that I lived with. And it was like a blast from the past to do the review yesterday. Anyway, let me show you just a few photographs and end this. I'll be happy to continue with my testimonies anytime you want to hear, because I love to tell stories about the past. I need, where do I go here? Share my screen. Oh, how do I share my screen? Desktop, right? Oh, share.
You can double click. Yeah, after you click the share screen green button, then another window will pop up, and then you can double click on what you want to show.
I see desktop 1. Is that what I want? Or do I just, let me see if I have it here. That's not it. This one? Okay, this. All right, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Then I did something wrong.
Do you have the photos open?
I have them in PowerPoint.
Okay, so when you click the share screen button at the bottom,
Let's go back to that. Sorry.
Your PowerPoint should be one of the options that you can.
It's not the option though. It says desktop 1.
Oh, you could try that. Yeah, desktop 1.
Just do share.
Yeah, and click the blue button that says share.
And it says open system preferences. Is that what I want?
I guess so. I'm not so familiar with that.
Gosh. I don't think you could see it.
No,
I have them up. I have them up. I don't know how to show them. I don't know why this always happens whenever. Can somebody help me? Go back to share screen.
Right. And then double click on the screen that you want to share.
All right, so it doesn't show up like that though. Hold shift, select multiple windows. So, open system preferences, security, privacy. Allow Zoom to share your screen. Okay, security.
You do have the PowerPoint open on your computer, right?
Yeah. System preferences. System preferences. Yeah. So what can I do to show it? Power. I want to show a PowerPoint. Step by step.
It's a little difficult to.
Can I send it?
Someone said email to me.
Oh.
I don't know if we want to take too much time.
Give me I can email it. One moment. Compose. Attach. One moment. Station 2. Send. You specify each one recipient. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Send. I sent to you. Did you get it?
Give me 1 second to check.
We should have just sent it ahead. That's what was my concern.
Unfortunately, it's not popping up in my email.
Bummer.
So yeah, I think we may have to save the photos for tomorrow or some other time.
Bummer.
Yeah, sorry, it's not. I don't see it right now.
I have one possible. Just a second. Well, I could do it this way. This one. I'm going to show you photos from here. Can you see them though? Oh. Darn it. No, that doesn't work either. I was going to show you on my phone. Okay. Anyway, we'll save it for another time. Sorry. I really was looking forward to showing photos. The end all is the most important thing that has been for me in joining the church was the family feeling. And I think a lot of us who joined in the 70s felt like that. It was the feeling of meeting a family and not having this kind of strange feelings that you have. And as time continued, I went to 100-day training and there was a bigger family. I went to UTS and there was a bigger family. And I started church centers and helped to create families. We had actually, after the blessing, I had my church center, and we had 5 families living together, all from a different continent, and their children. So so many of us living together, but in harmony. And our children were living together in harmony, and they have that as their legacy. And of course, my physical family, my husband and I'm just so grateful for everything that I've received from true parents. So sorry for no photographs, but God bless you. I'll send them maybe tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Reverend Pobans,
Yeah.
for your sharing your experiences, and yeah, very real and natural of just feeling the family atmosphere, and that's what really brought you or attracted you to the brothers and sisters. And now 50 years later, you're still with your brothers and sisters. And that's really
Indeed, and
beautiful.
on Zoom.
Thank you so much for sharing. And yes, brothers and sisters, if you were inspired or learned something new from Mr. Boyd's reflection and Mother's words, of course, please don't hesitate to share with other people, whether it be your own family members, your friends or neighbors. And also, don't hesitate to invite them so that they can be able to join us and feel this loving family atmosphere that especially through the study of our true mother at this time. And so now I'd like to pass it over to the assistant pastor of New Jersey Family Church, Pastor Atsushi Takino, to lead us in prayer.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Provence. Thank you. Amazing. When I heard more and more Reverend Povan's story, she is amazing elder sister. And I love her much, much. I'm close to her 5 years ago, 7 years ago. I little bit, who's this Reverend Provence? I didn't know so much. But now I respect her a lot, a lot. So humble. She's very humble, elder sister. Amazing. Okay. Yesterday we had a Reverend Innocence 1 year anniversary. Many people sharing. and Mrs. Inose sharing that was also incredible. She said, I learned one thing, another. He always pray. And before the leaders meeting, he pray a lot. He knows already what Dr. Kim will share. That's why his response always good because he pray a lot and preparing to unite with Dr. Kim. Even he has struggling, he pray, and get answer from God. That was so inspired for me. So, and yeah, anyway, today, one more announcement. So, as you know, when Dr. Kim, Dr. Yon here, we had a Christian clergies, especially 12 clergies couple, we are supporting them. They came to the East Garden and made a commitment to become the 12 disciples of Chief of the Jesus. So these 12 disciple clergies now more close to True Mother. And they went to the Korea, they went to the Las Vegas. So we will have raising the flag program next Saturday. And Dr. Laos will share the True Mother's 5 desires to these clergy. So if you are interested or if you want to learn how we can move forward, especially ACLC clergy, please join to this program next Saturday at the Clifton Church. Communicate with the outreach leaders or New Jersey coordinator, Mrs. Misayo Bien. This is amazing. ACLC move forward, raising the flag, and they're going to share more about the true mother. But how they can move forward, that Dr. Laos will help them. So if you are interested, you got stuck, the how we can move on. So please come to learn from Dr. Laos. So today I like to invite. This is the first time I see like our brother couple, Rosario couple here today at the Chonshimon room. I like to invite them.
Let us pray, brothers and sisters. Our most beloved Heavenly Parent, true parents, we are been grateful for staying and an opportunity to offer our prayers this morning, representing our brothers and sisters. With this Heavenly Parent, we come to a point of reflecting how much true mother expressing her desire to be with us in her commitment since then and her age of 16 until now are having steadfast, determined, and convicted to fulfill God's will, Heavenly Parent. It's our prayer that if our true mother is looking for everyone, brothers and sisters, we could say I am here, we are here for that calling to fulfill true parents' will on this earth, Heavenly Parent. We thank you for the best opportunity that you've given to each and everyone, especially today, Heavenly Parent, and all the blessings that we receive every day. We offer all this gratitude that you extended whenever we are, whatever mission we are doing, and whatever responsibility that you have given. We pray, Heavenly Parent, that together as a family, as a church, we offer our deepest gratitude for our true parents, especially a true mother, who longing for people, family to be on her side and to work with her at this point, Heavenly Parent. We pray then that as we go alone, we consider that we are on the same boat in the heavy sea, Heavenly Parent. We overcome trials and difficulties in every aspect of our life of faith, Heavenly Parent. We thank you for the favor that you are doing, and we thank you for the opportunity that we are expressing our gratitude this morning. We thank you for the message that you have given the readers, Heavenly Parent, of our True Mother's memoir, and the reflections and the testimonies that you given. All those are the component of our life of faith to address Heavenly Parent that we we are here, Heavenly Parent. I'm here to respond to the calling of our true parents, Heavenly Parent. We thank you for the family. We thank you for the accommodations that they are given to us here in Johnson, here in New Jersey. And we thank you for the opportunity that we could share our prayers together with all of us here, brothers and sisters. With us, we offer this prayer with gratitude together with my wife, a blessed central family. Jude.
Jude. Thank you, Mr. Olgato. And now, brothers and sisters, I invite everyone to unmute yourselves and let us join in a unison prayer.
You Heavenly Parent for
Blessing us
the opportunity for be with the things that you
much food.
that story
so much about our your desire
Esos años 70 fueron años muy, muy intensos espiritualmente. El cual estaba muy activo a Estados Unidos especialmente, y Corea y Japón, hermanos muy preparados, conocieron el movimiento y se unieron. Algo, recibo algo muy maravilloso para padres verdaderos, como nuestra iglesia hacía aquí en Estados Unidos. Años 60, en los 60, cuando los miembros comenzaron a unirse, gracias a los misioneros que llegaron aquí, todos ellos, Padre, haber ofrecido tanta devoción, tanto esfuerzo, tanto sacrificio, tanto amor y devoción, han buscado a las personas que de esa manera poco a poco fueron uniéndose, obviamente habían sido preparados por el amado. Todos podemos tener esa visión increíble que tiene nuestro Padre verdadero, nuestra Madre verdadera, tener fe, visión, confianza, unidad de nuestra Madre verdadera. Una de ellas, nosotros podemos ayudar la fe, la convicción, la confianza de nuestra Madre verdadera. Podemos ayudar a dar testimonio, compartir buenas nuevas, muchas veces no somos suficientes Personal intercession, que has traído gente a seminarios, te ruego que podamos encontrar personas que realmente entiendan y acepten el principio divino y el Padre por ellos. En nuestra vida cotidiana, con un vecino, o con una persona en la calle, o con una persona en el trabajo, donde sea, vayamos para que podamos dar testimonio y encontrar a esas personas para como decimos, tanto nosotros.
Jude. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters, for your offering your heart and your sincere prayers up to our Heavenly Parent. I know it is very much well received. And yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Boyd and Reverend Pobans for your sharing and your testimonies. And I just want to mention that due to my early schedule tomorrow, we will be having Jake Lavinia be the MC, and then I'll be returning back on Tuesday. So until then, yeah, have a wonderful day. Blessed day, everyone. Happy Sunday. Enjoy Sunday services, and we'll see each other tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Happy
God bless you.
Sunday.
God bless you, Yasutaka. Thank you, Carol.
Mm.
Very much.
Happy Sunday.